For the longest time, Dana White has said Jon Jones is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, but after this weekend, Dana White has changed his mind.
Because that Islam deserves some maybe pound-for-pound #1 rankings.
He's already the pound-for-pound #1 rank.
But is he yours?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give it to him.
Now you know, Dana, now you know. Honestly, I'm very happy because now nobody can say something. I feel like #1 best fighter in the world right now.
While Makhachev is willing to fight anybody the UFC throws at him in the 155-pound division, he also has aspirations of moving up.
Given your dominance and now that you've been declared the greatest lightweight of all time, do you start thinking about a move to welterweight at all?
Just one thing. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I told you, I'm not leave the sport without second belt.
Makhachev is even willing to fight the best at 185.
Even Alex Pereira wanted to be a 3-division champion. Does that kind of thing motivate you?
Yeah, I can be 3 division also. Just give me the chance, that's it. I will fight with the Duplessis. If they give me the chance, I will fight with him also. Send me contract, I will fight with him also.
To take that a step further, Islam, Ali told me you could fight at 205 and beat Alex Pereira. Is that too much?
It's too much.
International Fight Week in the summer is when Makhachev is looking to return to the cage. Unfortunately for Arman Tsarukyan, it doesn't look like he's going to get another title shot anytime soon.
Tsarukyan, what do you do with him at this point? I mean, do you automatically rebook him in the next title fight? Do you go back to the drawing board?
No. Yeah, he's going back to the drawing board.
Arman says he does agree with Dana White. Once my back heals, I'll be ready to prove I'm the true #1 contender by taking on anyone they put in front of me. Michael Chandler angling for a fight with Arman Tsarukyan. He says, you don't show up, you don't get a shot. Beat me if you can, Arman Tsarukyan. Tsarukyan says, I'm not against it, but fighting somebody who beat you twice sounds way more compelling. Not Will Brooks. He's talking about Charles Oliveira. But Oliveira's probably looking to get a title shot next. Chandler does take a few shots at Arman, though, for not fighting with his back injury. If I can walk, I show up. I fought through an injury 90% of my fights. We all do. Never missed a fight. Never pulled out of a fight in my career. I flew to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, 96 hours before a fight to get 12 injections in my spine, then fly to the fight location. I still showed up. I still made weight. I still fought. Real fighters do. Charles versus Islam has to be next. Professionals.
We've been in these positions before. Went down there with the doctor. Went down there with Heather from the PI, who is, you can ask any fighter or anybody else. She's the best in the world. And you know, you miss opportunities sometimes, and he did. So we'll see how this plays out for him next year.
Makhachev says he was happy that he avenged the loss of his friend Zubaira Tukhugov to Moicano in the UFC in 2016. Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan, he's a favorite. Versus Holloway, he's a favorite. Versus Bilal Muhammad, he's also a favorite, -205, which is interesting. Paddy Pimblett says, credit to Renato for stepping in on 24 hours notice, but come on, you're never going to get that opportunity again. At least go out on your shield and go to sleep. Maybe those two can fight next. Paddy needs a fight. The AI will probably take over the rankings soon.
We're still working on it, and actually we should be announcing that next few weeks, right? Yeah, like 2-3 weeks.
Little tease, does it have anything to do with AI?
Yeah, and some other stuff too. And when we're ready to unveil it, we will.
What kind of a grade would you give yourself for the performance here? Like, if you could give an A or a B or a C, how good do you feel about what you did tonight?
A good C, yeah. A good
Plus maybe?
Solid, yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Was there anything Jamahal did that surprised you, or how was his skill compared to
maybe B minus.
B minus, C plus, right? How about Jamahal? Anything surprised you about him, or how good was he compared to what you were prepared for?
C.
C, solid C. Okay. We'll agree on this.
Prochazka wants a third crack at Pereira, but Ankalaev has the next title shot. March 8th, UFC 313 main event in Las Vegas. Ankalaev opens as a 2-1 favorite in that. Pereira says after the Ankalaev fight, he's open to giving Jiri a third chance to fight him.
What do you feel like he has to do to maybe get that third fight with Alex if Alex continues to defend?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We got to see how this plays out with Alex now, and I doubt people don't not want to see that fight again. So we'll see how it plays out.
How do you celebrate a win? What does having fun look like for you?
I took a crazy guy from my village to here to see this event, and they are here. And today I will bring them to my hotel, and they will see something. Let's go for that.
Ilya Topuria tells Islam Makhachev, if I want to, I can finish you. If I want to, I can knock you out. I'll make it look easy. I'll see you soon. So he has aspirations of fighting him for the lightweight title. Umar Nurmagomedov says he broke his hand in the first round versus Merab. Umar thought he won the first 3 rounds of the fight, so he didn't agree with the decision. A couple judges had him winning the first 2 rounds, but all the judges had him losing the last 3.
I think I beat everybody in this division. So, and but we'll see whoever is the next best challenge. And I think also O'Malley, he was complaining about something, and he really have a chance. Like we know he can really knock people out if he lands you. He has a big chance, you know. And then I see him as a challenge too, you know. Maybe he will make some changes now this time, and then maybe we go toe and toe this time, and it's gonna be a good fight, I think.
Sean O'Malley's coach Tim Welch says Merab is an animal, I can't deny it. Maybe O'Malley is next for Merab. In their first fight, O'Malley did relatively well. He lost 3 rounds to 2 on 2 of the scorecards, and 2 of the judges gave him the 3rd round and the 5th round, which is interesting because usually it's hard to win the later rounds against Merab because he pushes such a crazy pace, but O'Malley was able to win around 3 and 5. Piotr Yan says, congrats, Machine Merab. That was impressive. Can't wait to run it back with you. The first fight was lopsided in Merab's favor, 50-45, but they may run it back again at some point. The UFC needs to sign Patchy Mix as another option for Merab. Their sparring rounds are effing cinema. Patchy Mix is a fighter that Merab said could be a champion in the UFC, and he is looking to go to the UFC and leave the PFL. Merab versus Umar, 1 fight of the night, and performance bonuses went to Jailton Almeida for stopping Sergey Spivak, as well as Jiri Prochazka for stopping Jamahal Hill. UFC 311 was a sellout, 18,370 fans, a gate of $10.2 million. That was the first time that they went to the Intuit Dome. They'll definitely be back. The technology there was great. All the fighters undefeated going into UFC 311 lost. Umar Nurmagomedov was the favorite, but he lost, suffering his first defeat against Merab. On the prelims, Peyton Talbot was a huge favorite over Barcelos, but Peyton lost that fight. And on the early prelims, Rinyan Nakamura was a pretty big favorite over Gafarov, but Gafarov beat him. And also, Clayton Carpenter lost for the first time against Tagir. Clayton was the underdog, though, in that fight. After his win over Sergey Spivak, Jailton Almeida would like to take on Cyril Gane next. That's number 2 Gane against number 6 Almeida. So it's a possibility. Gane needs a fight. If Aspinall fights Jones, Gane needs a fight, so he could fight Almeida, who he has not fought before. Grant Dawson's leg after his fight with Diego Ferreira. He won that 30-27 on all the scorecards. Dawson would like to fight Beneil Dariush next. It's a good call-out. It'll give him a chance to break into the top 10 with a victory. And Dariush is a guy who's game and willing to fight guys ranked below him and give them a shot. So hopefully Dawson gets that shot. Otherwise, his talents are getting a little bit squandered. He has the wrestling and grappling to give a lot of people in the top 15 some problems. Zach Reese will appeal his loss to Bakoyev due to shots to the back of the head. He has some physical evidence in addition to some video evidence, so we'll see what the California Commission says about that. Payouts that are disclosed to the California Commission for UFC 310 doesn't include pay-per-view points and other bonuses, but just what was disclosed: $200K for Islam Makhachev, $250K for Moicano, Merab $500K, Umar $100K, Prochazka $250K, Jamahal Hill $200K, Almeida $220K, Spivak $100,000, DeRitter $210,000, Kevin Holland $250,000, Bogdan Guskov 86K. Billy Alacana, 12K. That's his first fight in the UFC. He took on short notice. Ioni Barcelos, 96K. Peyton Talbot, 43K. Bakoyev, 24K. Reese, 30K. Dawson, 212K. And Ferreira, 100K. And on the early prelims, Eileen Perez, 72K, Carol Hosa, 75K, Gafarov, 28K, Nakamura, 26K, Bernardo Sopai, 24K for his second fight in the UFC, Tercios, 28K, Ulanbekov, 72K, and Clayton Carpenter, 28K. UFC takes next weekend off and then they return to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The following weekend for the fight night card, Adesanya versus Imavov. Then the following weekend is UFC 312, DDP versus Strickland. Then Cannonier Rodriguez. Then Cejudo versus Song. Dana White says that his team is definitely interested in signing Aaron Pico from the PFL/Bellator. And they'll talk about Pitbull as well, Patricio Pitbull. Patricio Pitbull was grateful that the Bellator MMA YouTube channel did a live stream showing all his victories in the organization. Eric Nixick of Extreme Couture says the hardest hitter in his gym is Puna Soriano. Puna's coming off a KO victory over Uros Medic in the first round. Fionn Davies competing March 6th at the UFC Fight Pass Invitational 10. She has a victory over Mackenzie Dern via submission recently. Thanks for watching. Thanks to channel members. If you want to support the channel, you can via channel memberships or you can leave a donation via PayPal. There's a link on the main page.